I understand the economics of fighting. After watching Joshua Buatsi on the weekend and the integrity of that particular fight and the way that fighter lost and was brokenhearted to lose, you get the authenticity of this sport. But why should British fans have to pay a premium because they can't watch the fight in the UK because it's been hawked off to the Middle East to be able to get a site fee?
What type of premium we're talking about? Because a pay-per-view event is normal of what, 25 quid?
Well, I don't see why there should be a premium. Ultimately, the demand should drive the return, not the increase on the price.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have less viewers and they pay more money because you can't sell it elsewhere because one particular fighter, whilst having belts, isn't quite regarded in America as
Do we
as
think
Tyson
that's going to
Fury's.
happen, is the question I'm asking you. I mean, are we hypothesising about something that won't happen?
Well, we had this conversation about 2-3 months ago, and Eddie was very quick to push back on the notion that there was going to be a premium because it was put out there, I think, early in the year that they were going to charge 40 quid for this fight.
Really? Okay.
He came back and said, I don't know where you've got this information from. It's not true. It won't be true. And it will be a fair representative price. Okay, fine. That's in stone. So we would expect to see that in the pricing for all the boxing fans in this country and around the world that are going to watch this particular fight.
Yeah.
Which I should imagine will be sizable numbers. In this country, the problem is...
Do you not think they'll watch it in America?
Well, the problem they've got with Anthony Joshua, my understanding of it is that Fury has made a name for himself in America. He went over and fought Deontay Wilder, built a reputation, went into the WWE, had a bit of a dance around there, got himself involved with the Mexican flag and did his Nacho Libre impression and built a bit of a following over there.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua went over there and got put on his backside by Andy Ruiz. And if you look at the American fight fans, they don't really know that much about Joshua. As unbelievable as it is, they don't. And American fans are very insular. The heavyweight championship of the world was once upon a time their precincts. And now it's not and hasn't been for some time.
That's right. Yeah. So what is a reasonable... What will we end up paying, do you think?
Well, I hope
25 quid, 30 quid
I hope we end up paying a price that's reflective of what pay-per-view goes out at, and I hope the public doesn't get recognised on one hand as being the lifeblood of sport, whilst on the other hand an opportunity to wring some extra cash out of it purely and primarily to make Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua even richer than they will be from this fight. No one begrudges these fighters getting an outrageous amount of money. If you're going to pay a nitwit like Logan Paul inordinate amounts of money to fight Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition fight, you've got to pay the blue ribbon event proper dough, but not on our ticket. Surely not to inflate the price of the pay-per-view because you can't get 3 or 4 million buys.
I suppose the question would be, would you lose viewers if you're putting it up by a fiver? Because what is it, 25 normally, and you jump it to 30 or even 35, you're going to lose viewers by doing that. I don't know, with a fight of this size.
Yeah, I honestly think come the time, Danny,
everybody
will be paying it. Everybody will want to watch it.
Yeah, where's the cut-off?
No,
everybody will want to watch it.
What you'll be getting, Jim, and I guarantee you'll be getting it, is you'll be getting IPTV lifting it and dropping it on their piracy platforms, and more people turning around and saying, I'll take it as a piracy broadcast rather than pay the premium.
Yeah.
So with the greatest will in the world, you might find that you actually don't get the premium paid on it because more people will take the piracy option. Look, I mean, I think you are talking about one of the biggest events, given the whole landscape of where this world has turned, and given what we saw on Saturday. You saw an FA Cup final that's been beamed around the world probably to 1.5 billion people.
Yeah.
You've got a boxing event and one of those rare moments in history where you've got two fighters from the same country, and then you've got the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. So, when Lennox Lewis went and did that, he was fighting against fighters from other countries. We've got something which is completely unique. So Tyson Fury is not necessarily wrong. And of course, you would want the two particular fighters to ramp this up as high as they possibly can and sing it from the rooftops to be able to make sure that the world is listening.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.